What is the most boring hobby a person can have? Using magic erasers to clean grunge and dirt off of anything and everything. Hand me a pack of them and I will have the entire house looking like it was just built. I literally don't stop until either I run out of erasers, or if I'm told to take a break. My boyfriend said he watched me for hours straight scrub our railing on our stairs and couldn't understand how I wasn't bored by 10 minutes in. I didn't even know that much time had passed. Reading obituaries in order to cross out the names in the phone book. My dad used to do that, but it was more to lament the people that passed away that were the same age as him or younger. He would do this out loud every morning until my mum convinced him to stop ordering the local newspaper, because it was driving her nuts. Involuntary collections. My grandmother had a bunch of white porcelain cats when I grew up. Later I found out the only reason she had them was because people kept giving them to her thinking she collected them. She just didn't want to be rude. My dad likes to sit in the garage for hours on end in a lawn chair, drink beer and watch the traffic go by. Boring as hell, but he's zen as hell. Sometimes I stare at my guinea pig and attempt to predict when she will yawn. Audiences are profoundly bored by this. Having no hobbies is the worst. Hobbies make people interesting. I'll never forget a girl I worked with who was upset because her boyfriend broke up with her, and she said how she's always bored because she didn't really have any hobbies. Then she asked me what my hobbies were and I listed them. She replied with, "Those are all dumb hobbies." I just replied with, "Those are some big words for someone who doesn't have a hobby." She pretty much immediately realized it was a dumb thing for her to say. My parents both read the newspaper for 4 to 5 hours a day, and then discuss the articles they've read with each other. They're very happy doing this, and I'm glad they have this common interest. But for me, phew, that'd be a tough one to get into. Would mine count? Fishing, but in Stardew Valley. That's how I unwind after work, and after my husband and son have gone to bed. Sounds great actually. Don't know where Stardew Valley is, but I too wanna fish there. If you have ADHD, the one you just spent 6 months and a lot of money obsessing over, and have suddenly lost interest in. Judging people. That's my mother's hobby. Whether in real life people, internet people, actors, reality TV shows, she believes it is 100% not scripted. She judges the hell out of them. Just walking to the mall, and there she goes pointing at strangers and judging them and telling me, sister or brother, what she thinks about them. Like me and my siblings don't give a shit. Such a pathetic and boring hobby. In my opinion, the only real answer is one you don't have any interest in. It might seem like the most boring hobby to someone who doesn't like it, but it can be really exciting to those who do enjoy it. Like stamp or coin collecting, for example. I have no interest whatsoever in it and it seems boring as hell, but growing up my best friend's dad collected coins, and one day as a gift for everything he did for me, he did so much to help me growing up, it's like he was a second father to me. I gave him a coin that had been in my family for a very long time. The coin was from the early 1800s and it was in mint condition, so I gave it to him, and I have never seen a grown man so giddy before or since, because it just so happened to be the final coin he needed to complete a specific collection he'd been working on for almost 30 years, and he was absolutely over the moon about it. So I think every hobby, no matter how boring, is only boring to those with no interest in it, but to those who do, it's a wonderfully entertaining hobby to them. Every hobby is subjective. To billions of people, watching another human being kick or throw a ball is practically a religion. If you've not part of that religion, though, it seems utterly absurd and a complete waste of a life. Same is true of stamp collecting or kite flying or whatever hobby is that is fascinating to some but utterly pointless to others. What's interesting is how diverse human beings are in terms of what they can become passionate about. My father collected banana stickers. They're free. He would keep some cornstarch and a piece of wax paper in his wallet whenever he saw a new one out at the grocery store or when he was traveling for business. I have to tell you, when you see several hundred stickers all in one place organized and arranged in a display binder, it is surprisingly impressive. I collect dust. Smartest comment here. Subscribe and thanks for watching.